there seems to be a lot of confusion around what it's appropriate to ask a nanny to do and what you shouldn't ask a nanny to do. So today, we're gonna go over that. If we haven't met before, I'm Michelle Kelsey, founder of the Nanny Solution by Nannies on Call. I bring you new videos to help you hire the best nannies and keep them. Okay, let's jump right into it today. Let's start with the 5 things that it's appropriate and you can ask your nanny to do around the house. Number 1, meals for children. Whether it's breakfast, snacks, lunch, dinner, prepping their lunchbox for the next day, whatever it is to do with the children and their meals, you absolutely can ask your nanny to help with that. I often talk about communication, and it really comes down to communication. If you're going to need the nanny to prepare well-balanced or 5-star chef-style meals because that's what your children are used to and not mac and cheese and chicken fingers, that's something you're going to want to discuss at the interview. So it's really clear, and you are hiring a nanny who either loves to cook, is capable of cooking. Some nannies say they can't boil water. It's really up to each nanny and your family to the level that you need. So although preparing meals for children is part of a nanny's job description, making sure you get the right type of nanny for your needs is important to establish at the interview. Number 2, cleaning the playroom and bedrooms. Nannies are not housekeepers, and professional nannies especially take great offense to cleaning the family's home or the family asking them to clean their home. They are professionals who are experts in childcare. That said, organizing the playroom, making sure that there's age-appropriate toys out, that the old toys are put away, maybe that there's some rotation of the toys, so there's some themes and activities around the playroom, is part of a nanny's job description. That said, if the nanny leaves on Friday and the playroom is clean and they've organized it and it's well set up for their week starting Monday, and they come back in on Monday morning and the playroom's a disaster, you might be met with some frustration. Same goes for the child's bedroom. The nannies can help clean up, organize, depending on the age of the children, getting the children involved in cleaning up the playroom and the bedrooms, keeping the children's areas safe, clean, and ready for play and activities is part of their job. Number 3, children's laundry. It goes hand in hand with cleaning the children's bedrooms and the playroom. Just keep in mind, the laundry isn't to pile up, so Monday morning they have a huge amount of laundry to do because no one took care of it over the weekend. Again, communication is key here, making sure when you hire the nanny, they are comfortable doing children's laundry and it's something they're capable of. Number 4, and this is something we get asked at the agency all the time, and it's booking children's activities. So do you want the children to do swim lessons or soccer practice, and when the rec center opens those up, they go in 5 minutes and you're at work? That's absolutely something that the nanny can help with, and they can help plan those things. So as your child develops and they get to know them and your family, doing some research, finding what activities the child would like, what play groups there are, what library sessions or reading activities there are, whatever it is and that you want, the nanny absolutely can do that. Now keep in mind that these should be done during work hours. The expectation isn't that the nanny works from 9 to 5, let's just say, and then goes home and plans these activities. All of this must be done during working hours. So whether it's during lunch or a nap, the ability to have their phone out or use a computer in your home to plan these activities, they can plan and book anything you'd like. Remember to provide a credit card or an expense card so that they can pay for any activities that have a fee. And number 5 is restocking children's items. So they can absolutely help with restocking diapers and wipes, maybe favorite snacks. Again, communication, communication, communication. Does your nanny drive? Will they have to drive to pick up these items? Or are they going to have to take a bus to get there? Maybe this is a little more challenging for the nanny that you hire. It really depends on the nannies, but it's absolutely within a nanny's job description to help with restocking of items and keeping track of when items are running low and need to be repurchased. Here are a few extra tips of things you can ask your nanny to do that you might not have thought of. Planning birthday party. Once your nanny gets to know your family, absolutely can help planning, creating a theme, doing research, purchasing the supplies needed for the party. That all falls within taking care of your children. Another stressful time is packing for trips. Do you need the nanny to help you pack for a trip you're going on with your family, whether it's to a hot location or a ski vacation. The nanny can help pack the children's clothes and organize everything they might need on your family vacation. And lastly, Halloween costumes. Do you have a really crafty nanny maybe? And they can help design and sew your child's costume, or maybe it's just running out to the store to purchase something. Anything child-related falls under the nanny's duties. Okay, now we get into the more challenging things. These are things that families often ask nannies to do that are outside of their job description. Can you imagine coming into work in your office and you're asked to go downstairs and clean the office kitchen? That's just not something you would ever expect in your job, and nannies don't expect it either. Number one, taking care of pets. Yes, I know you have pets in the home, and yes, I know they need to be cared for during the day, but it is not a nanny's responsibility to walk and groom them. Again, communication, communication, communication. There are lots of nannies who love dogs and love pets and are happy to feed them, change the litter box, whatever it is, but this is not an expectation of a nanny's job. This is something the nanny should be compensated for, and it should be part of the job description from the get-go. And many nannies do not want to care for pets. One of the biggest complaints is a family who gets a new puppy and all of a sudden the nanny has a huge amount more responsibility during the day. The puppy's chewing things, out of control, biting the children, biting them. It is one of the biggest complaints. So remember, if you're getting a puppy, to discuss with your nanny first to make sure A, they're comfortable with it, and B, they're being compensated for it. Generally, it's not an expectation of a nanny's role. Number two, full housekeeping. It seems that often this is an expectation of nannies, that they clean the house, do deep cleaning in the bathrooms, vacuuming, washing the floors. I beg you to remember that these are childcare professionals. Their job is the health and security of your children, raising them, educating them, and no one has time to be good at all of these things. And there is not time in the day to do full housekeeping. Of course, if your children are at school and you're hiring a house manager, that may be something different. But nannies of young, preschool age children or babies do not have time to do all the cleaning, nor is it their chosen profession. So please hire a separate housekeeper if you need full housekeeping duties. Number three, this is a good one, and you'd think we don't hear it very often, but we hear this one all the time. And it's organizing and cleaning the garage. This is so far outside of a nanny's duties. It goes back to like, you come into work, you sit down at your office desk and your boss comes in and asks you to do the gardening outside. It's just not part of your job description, working in an office, doing marketing or sales or whatever it is you do. So remember, cleaning the garage, not part of the job description. It doesn't matter if you go on vacation and there's nothing for the nanny to do. It doesn't matter if your children are at camp all day. This is not part of a nanny's job. Number five, I've kind of alluded to this in the past, and it is the Monday morning mess. This is actually one of the biggest reasons nannies quit. So they go away on Friday, the house is clean and organized and put together, and they come back to a bomb that's gone off. I understand that it's parents' weekends too. I'm a parent, I've had young children. I understand that on the weekend, you just want to put your feet up and relax, and that's allowed. If you know it's like a bomb went off, then maybe looking at hiring a housekeeper on Sunday night, or on Sunday, because you're too exhausted to do it, is the best time to have someone come in and help. Nannies coming in to Monday morning, and the first thing they have to do is spend several hours organizing and cleaning so they can actually work. Again, I take it back to you and your work. If you came in on Monday morning after tidying your desk and you came in and it was a disaster because someone worked there all weekend and didn't clean up, you would be very upset. That's how the nannies feel, and that's why they end up quitting. So make sure that the house is reasonable when they walk into their office, because your home is their office, when they walk into your home and their office on Monday morning. Really, this all comes down to communication and what you talked about from the start, what's in the contract, but all of these things are generally things that aren't talked about and that we hear every single day. It's time to start treating the nannies with the respect that they deserve for raising and educating your children. They play a huge role in your family and the ability for your children to be happy. So let's treat them with the respect they deserve by having open communication and understanding of the job responsibilities from the start. If you're not sure of something you can ask your nanny to do, comment down below and we'll get right back to you. Have a great week.